Hey there guys, how are you guys doing today? And welcome back to another video as always. Now let's get straight into it today. Okay, so if you have been investing to the stock market lately, then I'm pretty sure you have come across the term known as dividends. Now in this video, I will be discussing on what dividends are, how they're paid, and all that sort of type of stuff, okay? So anyways, what are dividends exactly? They're defined as a payment made by a company to its shareholders. Basically, it's just a way of thanks for holding this stock for us, thanks for investing in us. Let us pay you back a little bit back in interest just for holding that stock, okay? That's basically what it is. Now, usually dividends are paid out in cash into your account, okay? But there's also times when a company will also distribute stock dividends, which essentially means just, giving you more percentage of a share on top of your shares instead of cash. That's not entirely a bad thing. That company's been doing good for the past few times that you've had it, that's essentially not a bad thing because you're just going to be gaining more of the profit on top of that. And if it's compounding also, it might be even a better deal. Now, usually dividends are paid quarterly, annually, twice a year, or maybe even once a month. So it just really depends on the company you invest in, and just check their list, see how often they actually pay these dividends so you know when the date comes. So they basically set out their own payment schedules on when to actually give you your money also. So again, be sure to check those dates on each company you're investing in. Now, every once in a while, companies will usually pay what is called a special dividend. And these dividends usually come out maybe once a year, depending on the company, And these are separate from the company's regular payment schedule. So you won't see these listed on their, schedules or anything unless they announce it at a particular time, okay? And they're also not factored into the stock's dividend yield also. So I'm pretty sure if you've seen on your, under your stocks, it'll have like a Y/D on there. It won't appear on there. Now, one interesting to know about dividends though is that not every company pays dividends neither, okay? So don't assume every stock you buy is gonna pay dividend. It may or may not. Now, essentially, if it doesn't pay a dividend, it's usually not a bad thing neither, okay? If it's not paying out dividends, it's most likely because that company's putting back, their profits into the company in order to distribute more profit out, and just to make the company really great, just to keep it going. Amazon, for example, they don't pay dividends, but look at the way they're going. Their stock is almost exceeding close to the 2000s. Now, another thing is not every company that pays dividends is good neither. There are some companies out there that while they do pay some dividends, they're really not doing as well. And you don't want to buy a stock simply because they pay these dividends, okay? Because if you're in for the long run, for example, you're just going to lose money more on that stock alone than you will on the dividends, that you're gaining from. So you're kind of negative right there. So do be careful on the companies you invest in, especially with these dividends. Again, dividends could be a very great investment for your portfolio out there. Now, again, be careful on the companies you research and make sure they're doing both great in the long term and on their dividends if you're into those dividends, okay? Adding those two up together can make your portfolio really amazing over the long run. Now, again, like I said, the dividends are basically just a way of the corporations, thanking you for owning those shares, okay? It's like a little reward, like I said. And it also helps them attract more buyers into those companies, because if you see a pretty high dividend being paid out, usually some buyers will be like, okay, let me check this company out, and they'll end up buying it sometimes, So it kind of helps out both you and the company alone. Now, they're also based on a pre-share basis, meaning for every one share you have, the percentage of that dividend will be paid out to you, okay? So the more shares you own, the more you'll get, for those shares. So if a dividend pays you like 50 cents per one share, then obviously if you own like 2 shares, it'll give you like $1 back, okay? So that's another thing to take into factor with dividends. Now, one of the best things about dividends, and this is probably the main reason to invest into these type of stocks, is to be able to utilize one of your brokerage's features, which is called a drip system, okay? Now, not all brokerages offer this, okay? Some do, some don't. But if they do, be sure to take full advantage of that system, okay? Because essentially what it does is, as your stocks grow over time, and you're getting paid out those dividends at the same time, instead of giving you back the cash into your account just sitting there, what it will essentially do is reinvest that money right back into your portfolio. So this way it's gonna start compounding over time, okay? So again, take it like a snowball effect. You'll start off with like a little penny maybe, or 50 cents, depending on what your dividend is. But every time it's being paid to you, since that's already being reinvested and you get paid again, that will also be reinvested back on top of the ones you already got, previously before. So over time, again and again, it's gonna be reinvested back and forth, and it's gonna just keep growing and growing and growing. And that's how you're gonna see a major difference into your portfolio also. So definitely be able to, take control of that. Now, some people might argue, that they want more control over how their dividends are being handled, and they might not like these systems. I mean, that's entirely fine also. Everybody's different. But again, me personally, I would take full advantage of this simply because it's just almost not really free money, but again, it's compounding, man. Why wouldn't you let it build you more money? Now, one final thing that I want to mention with dividends real quick is, and I don't really want to touch on this much because I haven't messed with this personally, but you can also get it actually paid cash in mail, I think. Now, again, I haven't done this myself, but for those of you who want to check that out, definitely try it. Let me know how that works out for you. I mean, I'm pretty sure they probably send you just like a check or something. But again, I'm not entirely 100% accurate on this, but maybe later on I'll look it up or something. Now, like I mentioned before earlier, when you're looking down on your stocks, you'll see a little thing down there that says D/Y, or dividend yield as they call it. This basically just refers to the expected return of a stock in dividends over the course of a year. So it basically tallies up how much dividends were given out each quarterly, just adds it up, rounds it up, and bam, from there it'll give you like an average number of what it will give you throughout the entire year. And they basically present as the percentage rate of the current stock's price at the moment, okay? For example, if a stock costs $100 per share and it pays $5, throughout the whole year evenly, then that stock's percentage, dividend yield will be 5%. So if it gave $5 every quarter, then it would stay to the 5% out of $100. So if it's $50, it'll probably be less than that. But again, the stock is worth less compared to the 100. And if it's more, then it could be more also. So again, it depends on every company out there, okay? Now, as the stock price changes, so will the dividend at the same time. So if the stock keeps going up and up and up, and the company is able to, give out more free profit, through dividends, then essentially the dividend will be even higher also. So you might want to look into that too, companies that have been paying dividends that are also rising every year. And these are the companies that you definitely want to be investing in. But again, do your own research. But yes, guys, that's going to wrap it up for today on my video today on what are dividends. Hopefully this helped clear a little confusion on what they are. I mean, the basics of it is pretty simple. And again, not everybody probably loves dividends. Now, one last factor to note about dividends is you will get taxed on them, whether you use the drip system or not, okay? You will get taxed for those dividends. So that's one factor to note about dividends, and kind of one reason some people don't like them. But at the same time, it's free money. So, I mean, why not? You're already getting taxed on your shares you're holding either way. But anyways, guys, that'll wrap it up for today on this video. I hope my video on dividends helped clear a little confusion on them. Now again, dividends are really simple to understand, but some people I guess just don't get it fully, and I hope my video helped again. But as always, guys, be sure to give this video a like. Leave me down a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think, or maybe you know something about dividends that I didn't mention in the video earlier, or let me know some companies that you're investing in right now that pay a pretty good dividend and is doing good at the same time. And as always, guys, be sure to hit that subscription button down there to be notified for more videos, and make sure you're hitting that little bell on there also, to actually stay up to date with my videos. And I'll see you guys in the next video.